This section is on unit conversions. With a unit conversion, we multiply by what we call a conversion factor that will let us change from one set of unit to another. I've provided you with a sheet with all the conversions that you should need for this class. And if you needed anything extra, I would say it would be listed in the problem for you. But as I said, we multiply by a conversion factor. So you can write down the conversions here if you want to, but you don't have to. It's on that sheet. So let's look at a few examples. The first one says convert 32 meters into feet. So we start with 32 meters, and the abbreviation for meters is M, so I'm just going to use that because, I'm too lazy to write out the whole word. No, we don't have to, so we won't. And we multiply by a conversion factor. If you look on your conversion sheet, you'll see that 1 foot is equal to 0.3048 meters. So what we're going to multiply by is this factor, and we're going to make it into a fraction. When we do that, we need to make sure that our meters will cancel out. And we know that to cancel things out, that it has to create a 1. The fraction has to create a 1. So we need meters on top in one case and meters on the bottom in another. So here, since we start with meters on top, then we need our 0.3048 meters to be on the bottom so that these M's will cancel out. And on the top, we can put our 1 foot. So what this is telling us to do is to take 32 and divide by 0.3048. And then we'll be left in feet. So you put that in your calculator. We've got 104.987. It didn't tell me how many decimal places, so I'm just going with 3 for now. And then don't forget your units. If you don't have the units, it's not correct. This was the whole point. So be sure and tell me your units. We have 104.987 feet. Then for the next one, we want to convert 325 fluid ounces into quarts. Now there's a difference between fluid ounces and ounces as a weight. So make sure you're looking at the correct place in your conversion sheet. Now, I don't have anything telling me how to get directly from ounces into quarts in my conversion sheet. So let's see. I know that there are 8 ounces in 1 cup. And I know that there are 2 cups in 1 pint. We're getting to quarts because there are 2 pints in 1 quart. So it's going to take us a little while to get to the answer, but with these 3 conversions, we can get there. So we'll start with 325 ounces. And we're first going to change from ounces to cups. So just one step at a time. To change from ounces to cups, we need our ounces, 8 ounces, to be on the bottom, 1 cup on the top. Now we're going to change from cups to pints. Since cups are on the top in the previous fraction, we need 2 cups to be on the bottom of the next. And 1 pint will go on top. And then last, 2 pints is equal to 1 quart. And pints needs to be on the bottom, so 2 pints on the bottom, 1 quart on the top. And so now you can see that ounces cancel, and then cups cancel, and then pints cancel, and we're left with quarts. So we'll take 325. Since 8 is on the bottom, we're going to divide by 8. Since 2 cups is on the bottom, we're going to divide by 2. And since 2 pints is on the bottom, we're going to divide by 2. And you can just put this in your calculator. Make sure you do the 325 divided by 8 first, and then divide that by 2, and then divide that by 2. And we'll end up with the quarts. And it's 10.16 quarts. And then the last example wants us to change MPH, that stands for miles per hour, you probably realize that, into feet per second. So we're changing 2 things. We've got 35 miles per 1 hour. That's how we'll need to write it out here. And we're going to change that into feet per second. So looking at the conversion sheet, I see that 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. So let's start with that. 1 mile will need to go on the bottom so that our miles will cancel. And then 5,280 feet on the top. And then, trying to find a different color here. We need to go from hours to seconds. Now, you may know off the top of your head how many seconds are in an hour, but let's say you don't. But we do know how many minutes are in an hour. We know that 1 hour is 60 minutes, and we know that 1 minute is 60 seconds. So this will help us get there. So 1 hour is on the bottom in our original fraction. So 1 hour needs to be on the top when we multiply. 60 minutes on the bottom. And then 1 minute equals 60 seconds. So minutes was on the bottom, so 1 minute needs to be on the top, 60 seconds on the bottom. So that makes our hours go away and our minutes go away. So we'll take 35, multiply by 5,285, and then since the 60's on the bottom, we'll divide by 60 and divide by 60. This will give us our feet per second. You can see there's feet, there's our seconds. We get 51.33 feet per second. And to say per, we just make a little forward slash, a division bar. And that concludes our examples. You'll work through these problems using your unit conversions. And let's just do the worksheet So you'll do through number 11. You'll have 11 problems here. And then if you want to work these where you're finding problems, you can. I found them, well, they were, even the correct answer didn't seem right to me. So let's just work these first 11, okay?